Hey y'all, what's going on? This is J Marie Booklist. Today I'm making a video. This is a video for Chicken Dolls Boutique. So this is a response video. She asked a question in she put a comment in one of the videos and I'm responding to it. So basically, she started as a unit secretary at a hospital and she is being given a hard time. And the reason why I decided to make a video and not respond, in the comment section is because I have been getting a lot of comments like that. I'm a new secretary and I'm not being trained properly and things like that. I mean, the first thing that I said was like, damn, they catching hell. These new secretaries are catching hell. It is hard to be a new secretary in today's world. I mean, because you are not being trained properly. I made a video. I made a few videos. I know I made a video talking about the workplace bully. We're going to get into that. A video about warning signs of a bad trainer, and our unit secretaries trained correctly. And it's like all those videos together are what I'm seeing. Like, those are the questions that I keep getting. I don't feel like I'm being trained. Seems like the person doesn't have enough time for me. Just a lot. So what she was saying was like it seems like the morale is low at the hospital that she works at. It's poorly run. It's just, people are miserable. Charge nurses miserable. And so the first few questions are the first few things I wanted to say on the reason why you're probably going through this is because the person who's training you may not have been trained properly themselves. If it's a poorly run company, hospital, they may not know. One of my biggest things has always been that when a secretary, well, anybody, just really, when a person is hired, that they should just stick with one person to be trained. Because what they tend to do is, okay, they, like, say it's a 12-hour shift. So you have this secretary works Mondays and Wednesdays, and then Tuesdays is another secretary. So when you get started, they want you to train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So 2 of those days you train with the one person. Monday and Wednesday you train with one secretary, and then on Tuesday you train with someone else because they're there. And I just never liked that. The person who, it should be one, new people should just stick with one person to train them. Like, that's how it should be. So, cause other people have other ways of doing things. So like when I would train, well, yeah, when I would train, like we had student hucks that would come in every semester. It was like a part of their schooling. We had a school right around the corner, and they would come in and like shadow and like take clinicals type thing. And the ones that I would train would be on point. But then the one that the other secretary, because I worked the weekends, so she worked during the week, and they would be here like at the end of the week. So I would get maybe 1 or 2 days. It just all depends on how my schedule went, because some days I work extra, so I might work a Thursday, and then of course I work Friday. So it just all depends on how our schedule went. So she wouldn't show them nothing, and I would train them and show them everything. Like, look, when I got to go somewhere, you hold it down. Or if we get murdered and we need, you can run and go. Well, they couldn't go get the blood, but like you can go and take something. You can go do. You my extra set of hands, and you know where to go and to do this. That's how I trained them. But she didn't train them to do nothing. Like, they could barely answer the phone. I'm like, how are you training? How you got like people shadowing you to learn how to do this, and you ain't even showing them how to do it? And then don't even get me started on people upstairs when they had oh my God, them people didn't know how to do nothing. I'm like, y'all gotta go to the monitor room about 4 times a day to go get them damn strips. They ain't know where it was. Oh please, that would have been the first thing I would have taught them, because I always take them on a tour of the hospital. That's how I train. I train you how to work the computer, run the unit, and go, take them on a tour of the hospital. So I just, that's how I train. Whereas other people, they don't train that way. They just want you to look at them and like, don't ask them nothing. So you don't know nothing. Like, they do all the work and you just looking at them do all the work. They don't put you in the driver's seat. I train differently. So, the person, they may not have been trained correctly. So they don't know how to train. Also, people do shortcuts. So like, there are like all kinds of ways in the system to look up orders. Like, you can click here and go in the patient order, in the patient record. You can click here, go in the record. You can go. All they know is shortcuts. See, I know all three ways. So I teach the easiest way first, and then I teach the shortcuts. Because I really don't even do the shortcuts, because that's just too much. It's like, it shouldn't be that many damn ways to go in the record, but it is. But I teach them the right way. Even like, look, the person that's training you probably don't really know. Because I remember when we went into our well, they had the system when I started there, but they changed some stuff. Because it used to be like, when you would go on a patient record, like when you would click on their name and go in their record, it used to default to like the newest record. So whatever was new, and then show, like as you go down, it would show the oldest. Well, they changed it. And so it was like just, I'm trying to just, it was just like, I don't know how, I can't think of what it was called. Cause it's like, you can change it to like all the orders for today, all the new orders, it was just, it's a weird default that they have. Well, the secretaries who were there just never touched it, because they were thinking it was still as the default. Like, y'all don't pay attention to nothing. Like, y'all don't see that change. And so that's how they missed a lot of consults. That's why that floor used to always catch hell about them consults, because they were expecting it to go to the default, and it didn't. But see, then they were training the new people the wrong way. Do you understand? Where, see, I caught it a long time ago, because that was back when I was, but I'm like, y'all, that's been like 4-5 years. You ain't caught that you got to change it. I know you shouldn't, but you got to. And so now they didn't catch it, and now they're training new people the wrong way, and now they're missing orders. So I had to train, like, when a student HUCs, new HUCs, look, you need to change that. So you see the most recent, the newest order, and then go down. Same thing they were showing them. When a doctor would put in a new order, we would get an alert by the patient's name, like a exclamation point. And they were teaching them, oh, you just click on it and see what it is. And that's how you know if it's for if it's one color, it's for the secretary. If it's another color, it's for the nurse. I'm like, no. Because sometimes the doctor does a message to the RN. He'll make a note, and you got to read that note to see if it's for you or for the nurse. Because it's not just necessarily for the nurse. It could be something, oh, Lord Jesus, y'all don't know what y'all doing. That's why these people don't know what they doing. Because you don't know. And you've been here forever. So it could be that they don't know, and they're training new secretaries wrong. And then that's why you getting it. Like with the other ones, they didn't know, so they weren't catching those consults, because they didn't know they had to flip that screen. It's just one of those things, even though they should have. But anyway, like I said, it was like 3-4 different ways you can see all the orders. But they were doing shortcuts, and then they weren't flipping. So it could be that they're just training you wrong because they don't know themselves. It could be that. It also could be they're hazing you. You got to look and see. And hazing is like when hazing is like fraternities, sororities, they haze people to see if they should be in their sorority and fraternity. Like, they just make them do all kind of, it's just, I just don't like that. I just don't like that. I remember I had a nurse say that, because I was telling them about they were messing with the one secretary, the new secretary, and she was like, well, everybody has to be hazed. This is a nurse saying it. So nurses are notorious for eating their young. They eat. So you got the older nurses who harass the hell out of the younger nurses. They haze their nurses. So it could be they're hazing you. So what, they're running, telling on you and this and that. That could be it. They're hazing you. Nurses are notorious for eating their young. So the older nurses eat the younger nurses. And then that's why you got a nurse shortage. Also, it could be, it could be you and the other girl that's new that got hired. It could be that you are taking away their overtime. Don't think people are happy to see you. Sometimes, when we're short and I can go in and get all this overtime and work all this extra and get all this money, and then they hire two. They sound like they hired two new people, you and somebody else. Now you taking away from their overtime, so they're not going to train you correctly. So it could be that. They could be trying to sabotage you because you're taking away their overtime. And then as far as the charge nurse, look, when you made the comment that the charge nurse was miserable and unhappy and unhelpful, and then you made the comment that the hospital's poorly run and things like that, look, that goes hand in hand. Because you got to understand, most people, when the morale is low in the hospital, it's 9 times out of 10 management. So like the people, because you can have low morale, but people are still happy, which is kind of weird. Because perfect example, so the hospital was bought by somebody else, okay? Let me just say it like that. And somebody else kept doing surveys. They wanted to get, because they want happy employees, because happy employees take care of patients. So they kept doing surveys. It was like every time you turn around doing a survey, employee survey, 30% of people were responding to the surveys. I was one of them. I always answer because I got something to say, shit, because I'm going to say it. So I don't care. But most people didn't respond because they were fearing. So that's 70% did not respond to the survey of these employees. And only 30%. The new company was not happy. Okay. They was hot. So now they got to do it every other, they doing these because they got to get that morale up. But people were fearing retaliation. But the morale, as far as with the management, no. But with each other, they were fine. So when I talk about the ICU and how they talk about each other and all this and all, but they stick together, they don't play that. They stick together. When our director wanted me to go over to the one floor and help them out, and they was like, Jackie ain't going nowhere. The charge nurse was like, Jackie ain't going nowhere. That ain't got nothing to do with us, because the manager used to be over there. She was trying to, you ain't over there no more. You over here, and we need Jackie over here. Jackie's staying right here. Okay, she ain't going nowhere. Now this the staff telling the management she ain't going nowhere. I'm like, okay, because I sure wasn't going. okay, you better let them know I ain't going nowhere. But that's how it is. The morale in the hospital is low. They don't trust management, but they stick together with each other. And then sometimes the morale is low and they don't trust the management. It's stuff going on, and they taking it out on each other too. So it's two ways you can have morale. So when I worked on the other floor, because I was thinking about it, while I went over there, when I would go over there and sit with the Baker Acts, I was like, I don't even know these people. And that's how much it changed, because the morale was low. Because shit, when I gave my resignation, I was the 4th that month. They gave my resignation. They had I was the 20th person. Every month it was 4 or 5 people quitting that floor. That month I was the 4th, and then 2 more came after me that same month. So that was 6. because HR was going to start calling us down to see what was going on the floor while everybody was quitting. That is like, because it was the man. But anyway, and she got a promotion, but we won't. Okay, but anyway, she got a promotion. But I don't recognize these people. But it was just too much going on. But I knew how to do my job, because even though people were frustrated, those who had a good, it was still those that, I'm staying because of you. You know, like this person and this person, we working through it together. Even though finally I got tired of it, and I'm like, I can't deal with none of y'all no more. But we held on. Same thing in ICU. We stuck together against management, because they ain't listening. That's the biggest problem. So when you said the charge nurse is not happy, miserable, is not helpful, because she know more what's going on than you do. One, because she been there longer, you knew. But two, she be in those meetings. She hears stuff. So she knows stuff that you don't know. So that's probably why she miserable. And they probably about to get her butt out of there too. You probably don't, but anyway. So the only thing I can tell you is hold on for at least 6 months. If you're still in your probation, like your 90 days, just hold on and then start floating around. Like just on your day off, if you got enough in you, just call, let them know, you're willing to work extra on another floor, just to go see how other floors are run. And then within 6 months, if you find a floor that they seem all right and everything is good, then try to apply if they have a position over there. But first make it try to make it through your first 90 days, and then try to make it through your 60 days, your 6 months. I know it's gonna be hard, but make it through. And then try to apply on another floor. That's the only thing I can tell you. As far as the other secretary who's misfiling things, it seemed like y'all work different days, just from what you said, because they're blaming you. It don't seem like y'all work the same day. It seemed like they work in front of you, behind you, something. It seemed like you don't work the same shift. They know who it is. Okay, let me tell you, they know who it is. But that's why I said they probably hazing you. And it could be they just don't like you. It could be something about you might remind them of somebody. Because I was convinced that when I worked on the other floor, I was convinced that I reminded the management of somebody else from a long time ago, because she had worked in hospitals somewhere else. And I was like, I think I remind her of somebody, because we used to get along fine, and then it just flipped. I said, I think I remind her of somebody, because she would always look at me kind of funny. And we got along. I ain't gonna say we were like best friends, but but I think I reminded her of somebody. Because sometimes it'd be like that. When people treat you a certain way, you remind them of somebody. But like I said, try to make it through your first 90 days. They could be hazing you. It could be you took overtime from somebody. Could be the person don't know what they doing. Also, take good notes. So when they show you how to do something, you take notes. Even though you feel like they're not really training you correctly, because 9 times out of 10 they ain't. You take notes. Like if when they were training you, you were just sitting there, or you take a few notes here and there, like you got in your head. Don't do that. I tell everybody, you need to take some notes, because yes, you processing it, but if you just and not asking really any questions or whatever. Like I was showing this one lady. I didn't want to show her nothing, okay? Because I already know what time it is. They think I'm stupid. But anyway. So I was showing this one lady, and that lady wasn't catching nothing. I was going fast. I was going slow. I was going fast. I was going slow. Cause I'm like, this lady ain't saying, oh, okay, I got it. She just sitting there. Like, and so finally I was like, so you ready to be on your own? And like, And this wasn't nobody new either, okay? But see, she one of those that kiss ass and then don't know what the hell she doing. She one of those. I'm like, I'm waiting on her to say, okay, I got it now. I got it. Cause I got it in the when the lady showed me, she showed me once, and then I was like, okay, do it again. I said, okay, I got it. I said, do it again. Let me just make sure. And then I asked her a question about something. I said, show me how you did that again. She showed me, and then I was like, okay, I got it. And then we went to my desk. She just wanted to make sure, that watch me do it. And I was like, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, girl, you got it. I ain't got to even sit here. Okay, this other lady, I'm like, it's about an hour later. I'm still, I'm like, you got it? And she ain't said a word. Okay, now wait a minute. Now how you, I'm like, we doing, this is kind of like the same thing, the other, but you ain't picking. Okay, I don't know how, that's why I know you be, but anyway, that's why I can't stand you. That's why I didn't want her to come over there by me and want me to show her. I'm like, she don't even know how. It took me 10 minutes total, 10 minutes from the time that lady showed me the first time. So technically it's only 3 times, because the one time she showed me, I said, okay, show me again, make sure. And then I asked the question, and then we went to my desk. And then she was like, girl, you got it. This lady, I'm still showing her. Then I got to go to her desk. I got to set up her screen the way my screen. You don't know how to minimize. And if you don't, are you serious? That's why I didn't want to be bothered with you. But look, when you are being trained, you gotta let them know that you understand what's going on. And if you don't understand, you gotta speak up. Like with her, when she showed me the first time. The second time, I said, show me again. And then I asked the question. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. That's much easier. I didn't know I can do it like that. You see how I interacted with her? The other lady just sat there. And I'm like, an hour later, I'm like, okay, I'm going to let you get in the driver's seat. And then she got in the driver's seat, and still, I'm like, Lord Jesus. I could have been done with all this. You supposed to be helping me. So, look, when you're being trained, you need to take notes. Even though you may be done with training and orientation, you need to, I want you to start writing stuff down on how to do stuff. So how to, not necessarily log in, but like, I want you to write stuff down. Seems like the only issue that they're getting on you about is the filing, which we know is not you. You know how to file. Ain't nobody that damn stupid. Well, the other person, never mind, the other person is. But, it ain't you. And I guarantee you, they know it ain't you either. They know it ain't you. They might be hazing you, just because they do that in hospitals. Okay, so look, hold out, make it through your 90 days, and then try to start floating around other floors, see what's going on, see if you like it over there, and then within your 60 days, because some places you gotta wait 60 days before you can apply somewhere else. Then if you see an opening, apply over there, okay? All right, this is J. Marie. I'll talk to you later. Bye.